What was your favorite part of the Cat Williams interview? Go.
Oh man.
I didn't watch
You know,
all of it. I think it's 2.5 hours long.
Listen, I
Um,
watched every minute of it
you watched every
me
I,
too.
I
and
got through it.
I
started to
loved
watch
it.
it and started to watch it again.
I
I
loved
haven't
it. Loved
finished it. I gotta finish it tonight. So from what I've seen thus far, there's so many. Like I can't get over the Steve Harvey when he was hating on Steve, basically saying that Steve Harvey stole Mark Curry's show and that he were a unit and how he was hating on Cedric. I think that's my favorite part because I felt that even watching the Kings of Comedy and different things, I felt like they've and seeing certain interviews with them as well too after the Kings of Comedy tour.
it. Hating on
I've
Cedric
always
or
felt
Bernie.
hating on Bernie. Sorry, I've always felt that they've hated on Bernie and casted him as like try to bronze him as like he's the
Yeah.
third
He's
wheel
a
and
lesser than.
that
Yeah.
he's the less of them. He's not doing as well. When he was the funniest one out of that whole Kings and Comedy
You remember
tour.
I watched a
By
King's
far.
Comedy first with you.
Yeah, yeah, we watched it together. He was the funniest one. And if we want to look totality, his show, the Bernie Mac show,
Out
funnier
of the
than the
four of
Steve
them.
Harvey show.
Absolutely.
Yep. Because
Funnier
remember,
than the D Hill
they
Hughley
three, they
show.
three of them had shows. Three of them had shows. You know what I mean? Before he did. And then, you know what I mean? Yeah, I agree with you 1,000%, man. Sheesh.
But that was my favorite part, just exposing the not so love of the Kingston Comedy Tour, like the realness behind it, that there was tension behind there was hate on Bernie, which I felt like dude did not get his flowers while he was living. And for Cat to put that out there, I thought was great. He did that justice. Like cats need to know, like, yes, Steve Harvey, DL, Cedric, they have their own legacy or whatever, but like Bernie was that guy. He was the
Mhm.
better comedian. He was the better writer out of all of them. Like he was it. He was that
He,
guy.
he he actually did right.
Yes, but we won't get into that.
No, we will get into it, man. Let's
Oh,
But
get
okay,
let's
my
get
bad.
into all of it, man. I um I found all of the responses to the interview rather humorous. Nobody has come out and said, part my language here, but Cat Williams is full of shit. He's lying. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
oh man,
There's a
Harry
lot of
Spears said that.
tiptoed responses. Um, said, and I like Cedric the Entertainer. He's funnier than not having a special on Netflix or Tubi. But
Shout out to Tubi for
but
that tweet, bro.
listen,
Just
He's
listen,
on
us.
the social
listen,
media.
man,
It's just
listen.
us.
Very timely, very timely. But
Hulu Max, where you at?
right, but for said to actually come out, what I found funny was Cat not only said he took his joke, the internet did its job of being undefeated, found the side by side of the joke, and then said comes out, and in his response, he says, I don't know what Cat's talking about. I've never heard him do a joke about spaceships. And the point that I had to point out was Cat Williams wasn't talking about spaceships. He's talking
Spaceships.
about the Cadillac part of the joke
Cadillac.
that you
Yeah.
took. So to me, it was like, dang, you can't even. I hate saying this because I like said, but you can't even. You know how you could tell a lie, but there's only so far a lie that yourself will allow you to tell. I felt
Mm-hmm.
like that. I felt like he ran into the wall of the furthest his own self would allow himself to tell the lie.
Like
Right?
Ricky Smiley.
Yeah. Listen, Ricky had to come on the next day and really like, no. Well, what I meant was, um,
Uh,
I
um,
filmed it
no,
before he was a
uh,
pimp.
but uh, but uh,
Yeah,
but
bro.
so
So
many of
so
those.
it's been a whole lot of those out in the streets. But you know Lou, you go, and then I'd say my other
I
thought.
mean, look, I'm gonna keep it 100, yeah, and Hans knows this about me because then when it comes to the level of intensity and of pettiness that drives my competitive spirit on multiple levels, but also just in general, how I am keeping within the sports theme. When he talked about how objectively he's like, here's how I'm objectively gonna show you that I'm better than you. And he put together this list of comedians and watch each of their sets 10 times, right? And then went and counted how many laughs they got in each set for how all the jokes that did, the amount of jokes that they did. And then for him, when he would do his and have his record, he's like, objectively, okay, your 30-minute set, you got 15 laughs. In my 30-minute set, I got 26 laughs. You did 4 jokes. I did 5 jokes. But he's like, look, I'm not arbitrarily saying that I'm better than you. Here are the metrics, and I'm gonna cross this one off the list. I'm gonna cross this one off the list. I'm gonna cross this one off the list. Yeah. So in terms of that, put in that 10,000 hours. I mean, I've always found Cat Williams hilarious. He's definitely always been on my top list of comedians and actors because of what he's been able to do on both sides. And then each one of his roles have been iconic. I didn't know that Money Mike was his first acting role, and for him to crush it the way that he did. But yeah, what I've been with him, that interview was the now, well, firstly, the amount of work he put into the craft for him to be better than others. But all the quotables and memes that we're gonna get out of this, because one of my favorites, man, is when he turned.
I love
Because
a way
every
to
time he
start the year, man.
Bruh.
facts, and every time he took a shit, bro, you knew he was about to kill somebody. I was like, oh, here we go. When he said, "I'm gonna send you guys a screenshot of this because it's gonna be something I use regularly." He says, "You have an unnatural."
Yes, that's the bar. That is the bar. My wife sent me that. She was like,
Bruh,
go ahead. Yeah, bro,
yo,
that is a
son,
bar.
bro, that is one of the illest things
That is
that
a
he said that
bar.
entire time because, I was like, nah, bro. When he says you have an unnatural allegiance to losers,
Losers? Bro, that is a bar. That's up there with call
yo,
12.
and he says,
That is
for
a
real, no,
bar.
it's not even just the fact that he says you have an unnatural allegiance to losers. He said, and it's not like you.
Like you.
What a
It's unbecoming
chastisement.
of you.
It's not what a chastisement, bro. You have an unnatural allegiance to losers, and it's not like you. But he also demonstrated how well his wordplay was. When he talked about when he was making fun of Shorty who brought him on the radio station, he's like, yo, bro, she brought it on
Wanda.
herself. Yeah. But for him to say to her, I knew that you don't have you haven't done the work. You don't have the same level of vocabulary. So when I tell you have gnarly fingers, I knew she
You
wasn't
don't
going to
even know what it
understand that.
means.
You don't even know what it means. I'm insulting you, but you don't even understand the insult. What? It's like when we listen to music and they drop a bar and you're like, yo, then you should listen. Then you like 10 minutes later after the song over, you like, but wait, I just caught what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Killed him. Killed him. So yeah, man, it was masterclass for me.
What I will say is, I wonder how much more different the interview would have been if we had a Sway, if we had a Speedy, if
Or
we
Elliot
had,
Wilson.
or if we had that. Because
It
let me
wouldn't have
finish.
been nearly as good.
No, it would have
You
been
finished
better.
though. Finish. You finished. You
Here's
finished.
why it would have been better. Because we all knew, I don't know if y'all do, we all knew Cat was homeless. That whole segment, Cat was going to give you that. Shannon was trying to bring this philosophical juxtaposition between father-son relationship. And you saw Cat was just like, no, that's not what it
It
is. Like,
wasn't
I
that
see
deep,
where,
bro.
yeah, I see where you're trying to go with this.
But it's
This is
not
not
that.
what it is. This is not what it is. You could see that he was a prisoner of the cards in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
The best parts of that interview were because of Cat and where Cat took it, and Cat would have got there without Shannon, is what I'm saying. You could have put anybody else in there, right?
I could have been there.
Got
We could have been
exactly.
there.
You would
We
have
could have
got
said,
at
yo, we on
least
3-on-3.
exactly. You would have got minimum what we got now. What I'm saying is, like you said, you put a Sway in there, you put a Speedy who can tap in and who have that experience and
A
can
big
guide
boy.
and learn, yeah, and asks open-ended questions, which is the part of the interviewing as well,
Yeah.
too. They could get you there. And that's the only critique I have about it. But that thing was great. It was great for
Oh
Shannon.
man.
It was great for us. It was great for everybody. I mean, we're talking about it. So no shade at all. Even when you see Shannon Sharpe do his reads, bro, when he does his copy reads, come on, fam.
No, no,
Come
no.
on,
Yo,
fam.
you know
I
they said
get
that he came in on the 1,000. He said there's a bunch of stuff that they didn't even get to record.
Yes,
He came
yes.
in on 10.
That's what
He
I'm
but I
came
saying.
in
get
on
I
10.
get I get
We
what
would
you're
have gotten
saying.
that regardless. And I
Yeah.
love that for Cat. Yeah, he
I
had to get this off his chest.
I
Bruh.
get what you're saying, but this is why I disagree slightly. I feel like an expert interviewer
You would have
would
stifled
have,
it.
yeah, would have stifled it, would have swayed it, would have known what to do
There's
to
no
would have
stifling
spent
Cat.
what hold on,
That's
but
my
would have
thing. You can't
spent the
stifle Cat.
time trying to get the interview back on track. So Cat would have got his bars off, yes, but when it started going left, they would have tried to bring it back right.
So what I
Shannon
think
had
Hans is
no
saying, he
idea
would have,
what to do.
yeah.
Shannon had no idea what to do those
And
first
here's my
10
retort to that.
minutes.
I think Hans would have is used saying an expert interview where you use those changes to dive deeper into certain things.
Exactly. If we're
As
going
opposed to
left,
Shannon. Shannon's like, okay, now you're
Jesus
done
take
with
the wheel.
that. You done with
Yeah.
that? Okay. This is like a
And,
moment. Oh, I have a moment to ask a question.
and
Okay,
because he
so
didn't know what to do, Cat
Exactly.
Cat was given unmitigated bars.
Bro,
yeah.
think about it. Think about how much meat was left on the bone, bro. An
Oh,
expert interview. You could have dived so much more into that Steve
even when
Harvey.
the interview was ending, you'll see at the interview ending, you're like, there could have been more.
He could, and that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
when it goes left, there's ways where you can keep it going left and dive deeper with it. Like there's a craft and nuances to it. And listen, man, Shay's
No,
gonna
no.
get there. He's
I'm,
gonna get there.
I'm gonna
He's gonna
give you
get there. I
I'm gonna give you the other point. I'm gonna give you the other point. And I don't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Of course.
Of course I am.
that's it.
If Shannon was if if Shannon was a better interviewer, Shannon would have did what Cat Williams said and done the things that you're saying he should have done to Cedric the Entertainer when he talked about the Cat Williams joke, to Ricky Smiley when he talked
What do
about
you mean?
when you're saying Shannon should have dove deeper with Cat. If
Yeah.
Shannon
Mhm.
would have dove deeper than Cat, then previously he would have already dove deeper with Cedric. He would have
Or
dove deeper
Ricky.
with Ricky
Or he'd be
Smiley.
like, what do you mean about that
So,
part?
and so the
That
ammunition
wouldn't have
would not
amounted to
have
anything
been
though.
there
It would have been
for
there.
Cat. No, because Cat's
It
big
would
thing
have.
was you let these people come on your show
Shannon,
and
but here's
disrespect you to your face.
Shannon's argument was I'm dumb. I'm ignorant.
Yep.
I
He
didn't
says,
know.
I don't know. I don't have a
He can't
baseline.
dive deep. He can't dive deep into what he doesn't know.
And
That's what I'm saying. The ammunition would have been there. Like Shannon's not gonna ask Ricky Smiley, oh, I thought Cat, he didn't know. You can't ask what you don't know. Shannon's not gonna ask the Steve Harvey, what? I didn't know that Bernie was supposed to end that. He didn't know. Like, so that's why I say it's still gonna be there because Shannon is, I hate to say it, outside of sport.
see,
Oh wow.
Cat didn't like what you were about to say.
I was about to say, I thought
Keep it
because
rolling. Nah,
I
keep
can't
it
wait for him to
rolling.
come back. Because when he comes back, I definitely have some heat for him. I got a joke on him.
I just want to
But
say for the record, I did not hang up on that man.
yeah,
Okay.
hands free.
Hands free.
And it was the pod mamba operating.
Right? The
Uh, uh, um,
shadows.
you know, right? And the pod mamba is operating. Yeah,
Steve
Hey,
Harvey
I
gonna make sure.
while we're recording this, I just want to say that we are watching the Lakers and Clippers.
I don't think that's even gonna make OT right now. I think
Wow.
it's gonna be cut
I
off.
don't know what OT gonna do. We just gonna send this to Christian. Figure it out, man. Figure it out.
Yeah, man. Lakers are winning. That's why.
Yeah, I was just saying that to say these boys out here playing like their season on the line. LeBron out here guarding Kawhi.
They know.
yeah. Yeah, well,
Christian
look,
They
Wood,
know.
it's a 4 point game, and we know how that
Christian
goes.
Wood and Jared Vanderbilt getting double
Remember what
tip
happened with
dunks.
Memphis? Call 12.
Memphis beat Phoenix, bro.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Listen,
Listen,
man,
man, we just gotta,
Ja's making a run, man.
He's making a
bro.
point to say, look, bro, I'm that guy. I know
Ja,
Adam Silver is like, damn
you
it.
know,
Like, this is good, but this is not good. Because
never mind, never mind.
because his stock is raising yet. Like his stock, the fact that he came back and they're having this much success, bro. It unfortunate. I hope he has the right people around him because I'm not gonna lie, man. Even myself, my head
You
would be
got,
this big right
you
now.
got the same people around him.
Nobody would be able to tell me nothing at all.
Uh, I agree and disagree. Nigga, don't be putting no gun on social media.
Well,
That's
he doesn't
it.
want to lose money. There's a difference. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't want to lose money.
Don't pull out your gun on social media, my
I don't
G.
want to
You
lose
know,
That's
money.
it.
But
you
don't
know
get me
who's
wrong.
really
I'm gonna
paying
do these
attention?
celebrations though.
No, yeah, do your celebrations, my
I'm
G,
gonna do
but
these celebrations though.
I better not see Nam rifle, pistol, Glock, nothing
You
on
wanna
the
know who's
social
paying the
media.
most attention? Nike.
Mm,
Nike's paying the most attention. They can't wait to re-release them Jars and
hmm
put out
All
some
you people
Jar
that said I
2.
wouldn't buy them shoes for my kids, they like,
Listen,
So your
yeah.
kid is like, I'm gonna find a way to buy them myself.
The Nike texting them every night. Listen, if you could just, for
Don't
three
let him get
more
in the All
months.
Star game.
I was about to say that. Only reason I didn't say that is because like voting literally ends the 20th. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. They're not bringing
But
him
he's
in
on
as a
the board
reserve.
though. The thing is, he's actually on the board though. So the
But
fact
he's
that
not
he's on
gonna
the
be a starter, and it comes down to the coaches for the reserve. They're not putting him in
yeah.
that game.
You
No,
don't
no,
think they put
But
him
no.
in?
no, I don't think they'll put him in.
Unless they get pressure from on top.
Look at
No.
the guards. Look at the guards, man. You're gonna have Steph coming off the bench. You're gonna have Ant coming off the bench. You're gonna have De'Aaron Fox coming off the bench.
This
Who I'm missing? Who I'm missing?
if it stays quiet, if Minnesota stays in the slump, I can see Josh Lue going above Ant.
Y'all calling this a slump? No, they haven't even lost 10 games. Okay, they lost the 10th game
Okay,
tonight,
if
but
they fall into a slump, and remember, this is fans voting, so this is
Mhm.
perception. If they perceive, okay, well, Minnesota's on a downturn and
Devin Booker
Memphis is
coming off the
up,
bench.
Devin Booker should not even be in the game.
Oh,
What are
here we
we
go.
talking about?
Here we
He should
go.
give him a chip endorsement, please.
Doritos.
Doritos.
Lays.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Frito
But
Lay, man. Come on.
all I'm saying is he's not Ja. They ain't gonna let Ja in the All Star game. Let him make the
Ah,
playoffs
man,
though.
free
Let
No,
him
my
but he
make
man
might.
John, man. Let
No,
him in the
he may
All-Star
be
game, man.
he may come into the skills contest. He's going to be an all star. Well, I can see him if like if I'm not in the game, let me
Ja's.
he's gonna come just be on the sideline, showed
The
out,
game
iced out,
needs
Yeah, I
fly.
could
the
be wrong,
game
but
needs
I
that
don't think
energy
Ja's
though,
gonna be
because
there.
it's East versus West this year again. So
I love
that game
that.
needs that energy, man. He has a
Bro.
lot
All
of
right.
energy.
So this is you talk about
Yeah,
segue. So
not
let
empty
me end the
chips.
recording. Let me end the recording.